Ready for another round? It's Brewsday Tuesday. Here's DreZ and Big Nate.
You got it? There's
the noise.
There it is. It is Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Southern Restaurant and Six Pack Store in downtown Blacksburg. I am DreZ. He is Big Nate. And that's how you know that it was a higher shelf vodka. He popped the cork.
I love any time I see a liquor bottle with a cork, I'm immediately intrigued. There's actually a pretty terrible whiskey I had recently that had a cork, but their cork doubled as a bobber for fishing.
Ah, well, come on.
So I'm
That's a win.
I'm a sucker for a gimmick, obviously.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good gimmick. So yeah, we're doing Potato Day here on Brewsday Tuesday. We are celebrating accordingly with potato vodka, which not all vodka is potato vodka. In fact, most of them aren't. A lesson learned when we were like, oh yeah, vodka, we'll just go get some vodka. But
It's going to be so easy.
yeah, there are not a whole lot of potato vodkas out there. In fact, most of the ones in the name brands that you're used to are probably not potato vodka.
I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, so what is this one? Go ahead and
So-
tell the folks that are listening and maybe didn't see you hold up the label. Of course, you can watch Brewsday Tuesday on our Facebook Live. The Facebook feed, of course, has it, and our YouTube channel if you want to subscribe. We're 105 Through the Bear on there.
So when I went into the ABC store, I was looking for potato vodka, and I asked the person working there, hey, do you have any potato vodka? He's like, hold on, I got to go into the back to get someone else because I'm not really sure. And we found the Luxasoa, but we couldn't find anything else. And then out of the corner of my eye, on the top shelf, like in that back corner, like hidden, was this lovely Cirrus Vodka. Well, actually, I don't know if it's lovely, but the bottle was lovely. Cirrus Vodka out of Richmond, Virginia, distilled from potatoes. And
So you happen to spot, because at the top it says potato
Yeah.
vodka up on the.
and
So and it's from Richmond. That's
it's
awesome.
from
That's
Richmond,
local.
But also, like, so their name's Cirrus because they use, if you're familiar with, I don't know how many people buy bottled water, but Smart Water uses this cloud distilling process.
Cloud, I get it. Yeah.
And so does Cirrus Vodka. So this is it's triple distilled and passed through their, they call it the custom 8-step filtration process, which is really just the water was filtered like a cloud.
Okay, so now that you mentioned that, that did remind me of college because I recall at some point somebody read somewhere
Brita filter.
that you could use if you used a Brita filter and bought cheap vodka and just ran it through a few times, then it tasted like high top shelf vodka, and so we gave that a go, and again, if you're drinking it straight, you're not really telling much of a difference. That being said, the next time my buddy tried to use that filter for his water,
Oh, no.
it just tasted like, of course, straight vodka. So it'll definitely ruin your Brita filter. If you want to try it, though, you can feel free to do
It's that
so.
vodka water you were talking about.
In fact, that would be another fun experiment. Is just sort of grab a vodka. I would recommend probably a lower shelf vodka. Put it through. Have your baseline. Do a shot of the right out of the bottle. Bowman's or whatever. Filter it once. Pour a shot. Filter it twice. Pour a shot. And then just keep going on for 5 or so, and see if you can really tell a difference. From 1 to 5, or 1 to 10, however many times you want to put it through there.
So, as someone who grew up watching a lot of Bill Nye the Science Guy and someone who also enjoys drinking, I think that could be a very, very successful just drinking experiments.
Yeah, I to that point, this also reminds me of, the top shelf vodka versus bottom shelf, just the blind taste test.
Yeah.
Get some Bowmans, get some Burnett's. And then, get your Grey Goose, get your Absolute, get your, your higher shelf vodkas. Have somebody be the key master, pour them, and chances are you probably won't really be able to tell much of a difference. I've done this before. It was strictly Smirnoff and Grey Goose, and I think everybody that did it picked Smirnoff thinking it was the Grey Goose. They just couldn't tell the difference.
So, I mean, I'm
And by everybody, it was me and my buddy.
hey, that's all that matters. So, what's the best vodka you've ever had?
I mean,
Like,
top, like as far as like top shelf stuff or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I in my mind, Grey Goose is one of those big ones, but I think that's more of a name thing. If you're talking about like the best quality or just expensive and stuff, I don't know. I've been to distilleries that do their own vodka and I enjoy them, but also it might be one of those things where you've had a few and you're like, oh yeah, this is good. So I don't know. I'm not really a big
vodka's
vodka
one of
guy.
those things like bourbon, whiskey kind of has like that not necessarily a cult following, but people who like genuinely are passionate about it. I feel like vodka's just kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one's like, hey man, I'm really into vodka. Let me tell you about this Belvedere I had.
Have you sipped this Cirrus yet?
No.
It didn't have as big of a bite at the end as the other one did in my mind. Granted, we are a couple drinks in, but I'd say that this is easier.
Still not a sipping vodka.
Don't get me wrong. I'm still not sipping it. But
I agree. It's definitely a bit smoother.
I don't feel the necessity to shoot it.
Yeah.
I could probably take a couple sips of this one rather than just shooting it like I had to the last time because I did not want to put myself through the agony.
So I wonder how much the Lexusoa was filtered. I'll go ahead and pull it and see if it says.
Oh, yeah? And
no,
why?
of course it doesn't.
Yeah, probably wouldn't. So we flip-flopped. You gave me the cranberry, and you did the orange juice, although yours is looking pretty red there. You almost got... you got like kind of I guess a red eye is when you put it in beer. Kind of a tequila sunrise-esque, but I don't know what that would be with vodka. You throw some grenadine in there.
So yeah, I'm a child at heart, and my go-to drink when I was a kid was always a Shirley Temple. Whenever we'd go out, love a good Shirley Temple. I love the taste of grenadine. So whenever
Dirty Shirley, man.
Whenever
now that when you're an adult, I get the dirty Shirley sometimes.
Yeah. So whenever I have anything with orange juice. Grenadine just has that cool like layering effect where it'll either sink to the bottom or float on top. I didn't have a spoon, so I dropped it down to the bottom. But it just looks so cool. Like I don't know if it really adds all that much, but
yeah, well, I'm sure your last few sips you'll be able to taste it, but the first ones does it taste just like a normal screwdriver? Do you get the grenadine in there even though it's all floating at the bottom?
No, you get straight screwdriver up top.
Nice.
I don't know. That goes back to that Bill Nye the Science Guy thing. I like the
layering's just
volume,
cool.
densities of liquids.
And by the way, as far as mixers go, you did opt. We did Simply Orange. That is one of the nicer. I mean, sometimes we get those. You do that. That to me, that is like the good go-to orange juice. Simply Orange.
It's one of my favorite. I've got the other one here because I didn't know how you felt about pulp.
Is that Tropicana?
It's Tropicana.
Yeah, Tropicana solid.
I was a big. Our family tradition, like every summer or not even summer, it was spring break because my stepdad was a teacher, as we'd go down to Florida for baseball spring training. But I remember always stopping off at like one of the various orange stands they've got everywhere down there. And then they would give you an orange, and then you've got this like little nozzle that you screw into the orange and drink the juice straight out of it. Never had that successfully work very well.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that work either. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Seems like it was just a prank to play on children.
It also makes it, I mean, you'd have to, I guess you really got to squeeze it hard, and it's difficult to do.
My tiny child hands couldn't do it.
It's not going to work. So yeah, as far as pulp goes, I mean, I don't know. I can do with it. When I was a kid, I can't handle pulp, but now it's kind of just whatever, But
my thinking on it, because I was in the store and I didn't really think to call you, mostly because it was early this morning and I didn't want to wake you up. I didn't know where you were at in your day, but I was like, well, he seems to like hazy IPAs. That's kind of like pulp. So I was like,
if you get
I'm gonna
good
get the
one.
pulp, but we're gonna go without it too, just in case. So we opted for the pulp free.
Yeah, I can go either way. That being said, so I'd say that vodka is considerably better. I just took the last sip of it straight, and again, I know that we had the other one first, so maybe we're feeling a little bit good, and stuff goes down your gullet a little easier after you've had a couple. But
interestingly enough, on the back of the bottle, they call it delightfully sippable.
There you go.
On National Potato Day, we are sipping our potatoes.
So now we do not have ice in either of our cocktails, just because here at the station you never have ice. That being said, I usually do put ice in my either one of these. I probably would have put ice in them. Where are you on ice in your mixed drinks?
So I'm very weird. Like I have this weird line that I won't cross, and I don't necessarily have a good reason for it, but I never put ice in juice.
Well, I wouldn't do it unless it's a cocktail.
Okay. Yeah, and I, like I said, I don't have a good reason for it. I've just never tried like a vodka cranberry with ice in it.
See, to me, if you don't put ice in it, then it's just like it would have to be, in my mind, to have the proper ratio. You have to put a lot of alcohol. The ice basically just makes it so that it's a good ratio.
Adding to the volume. Okay.
Because I like to taste the booze in my mixed drinks. Like I like to be able, if I don't taste it, then I feel like there's not enough alcohol in it, you know? So ice helps you to stop from being wasted off one drink. Because otherwise you're going to have like probably 5 or 6 shots and then you top it off with whatever if you don't have ice to make it the right ratio in my mind. At least.
So it's like that my cranberry theory with the lack of a hangover. You think the ice prevents you from? Okay, I don't know.
To me, it's filler. It's a way to pace yourself, help pace yourself.
Like, do you put ice in your White Russians? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't put ice in your milk.
No. Not if I'm just drinking milk. No, of course
so,
not.
And I think maybe I need to go ahead and branch out and try it, but it's just, I don't know where it comes from. Maybe we've been drinking beverages wrong all our lives. Maybe milk is delicious with ice.
It would water it down.
Well, what is skim milk? But watered down milk.
Filtered. It's serious filtered through the smart.
Just evaporating clouds of milk in the milk factory.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. Skim milk isn't the best milk.
No, it's
so.
absolutely horrendous. Nothing beats like a good cup of whole milk in the morning.
Oh, it's like I was raised on skim milk, so when I have whole milk, to me that's
It's
like
a treat.
It's like, oh my goodness.
It's like I used to be so passionate about milk, and then around 25 or 26, I developed lactose intolerance. So I severely had to. Oh God, no! I mean. So you're told either you can take like these lactose supplements, which I do occasionally take those, but I found my biggest issue was putting cream in my coffee. So by cutting that out, I'm still able to eat like cheese and stuff, but I think if I drank a whole glass of whole milk right now, we'd have some trouble.
You'd be done for. I'll be honest with you,
which is devastating.
Man, milk-wise, I regularly get soy. That's what BB drink, and so she kind of turned me on to it. You get the vanilla soy; it's pretty damn good.
We've got it in our house. The wife drinks it, but I'm not willing to branch out that far.
Yeah, it's doable. I really could care less.
That's the other thing is I drink it so often that I'm not horribly passionate one way or the other.
Yeah, the only time I'm drinking it straight is if I'm like, having a chocolate cake for a dessert or something. Otherwise, I'm making it with a smoothie or something. We digress. I don't know how we're talking about.
We just ended up on milk for a few minutes there.
So
the vodka works.
Happy Potato Day. Let's just. I think that's what we're trying to get
Well, you do add milk to your mashed potatoes.
I don't. I don't make mashed potatoes. I've never made mashed potatoes.
Well, that's a good experiment for this evening.
Nah, I think I'm gonna have pizza tonight. I think that's what's on the menu. I don't.
The least potato meal there is pizza.
Yeah. Well, I guess I didn't think about it. If I was trying to keep the potato, maybe we'll get a bag of chips on the way home.
There you go. Now we're talking
to make it even. Good stuff, man. I mean, potato vodka. I don't know if it's any better. I'm sure just like normal vodka, you have your bad ones, you have your good ones. But
how would you rate this one?
This one's definitely higher up. If I gave that last one a 3.5, this one's got to be a 4.25. Easy. I thought that sipped much nicer.
It's delightfully sippable. They say so right on the bottle. Packaging, presentation, taste, not as good as Absolute, but it's got a 4. I kind of enjoyed it. Of course, 40% ABV might be. I didn't look at the Luxasoa. That was probably also 40.
Should be 40, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
it's
pretty
40.
standard.
It's standard for a vodka.
Yeah.
And it gets a 4. It was solid. I'd drink it again.
All right. Well, let's drink it again. We'll take a break, but me and Nate will just keep drinking it again. Brewsday Tuesday, I would say. Thanks as always for bringing the booze, man. A nice plethora. The booze days are fun. There might be another one on the horizon. On our calendar, the Potato Day. I did see, and the not so distant future is Margarita Day. So we might need to see what we can do with that one. But I think next week,
boys.
Next week, let's get back to the basics. Let's get back to some drinking some beer. All right, sound good?
My liver appreciates that.
All right, quick break. We'll get back with the tunes right here on 105.3 The Bear. Stick around.